Hi everyone and welcome to my sixth Flosstube. My name is Paula. You can find me on Instagram underneath the 502 Stitcher. Today is March 12th, Daylight Savings Time. I don't know if you feel like the same. I hate Daylight Savings Time. It takes everybody a good month or so in my house to kind of get back on schedule. Cranky husband, cranky kids. um, Again, my name is Paula. I live in Louisville, Kentucky with my husband and our three children. Um, I pre-apologize already. If Thunder is bird watching, I have a bird feeder in this window, and then I got a new bird feeder and I put it in that window. And he's bird watching. So, one thing about this bird feeder I got over here, I got it from the Target dollar spots, $5. I was finally able to catch a little cardinal that we get on a picture, and I'll try to insert a picture of it if I can. This, I think it's a female because it hangs around with a bright red, which should be the male, cardinal. And it's got like, I don't know if it's like got some albino-ness in it or something, but it is pretty white and then has like red kind of like splotches in it. But it's really, really skittish. So it was in that bird feeder and I was able to get it in the picture of it in the yard. Um, I keep thinking my husband's going to say something about these bird feeders because I now have four, but he hasn't said a word. So I guess he either doesn't care or just, whatever she's doing. My grandfather on his farm had bird feeders everywhere, and he had the little houses for the purple marlins and bird houses and all that kind of stuff. So I grew up kind of like on his farm. Um, Looking at the birds. They lived in Campbellsburg, Kentucky, where there is, I don't know if it still is because I haven't been up there in a few years, actually many years, but they have one flashing yellow light in the center of town. So like that's how small it is. He didn't have any neighbors for miles, so he lived on a farm. My ultimate dream. Oh, I don't know if you just heard a bunch of birds getting that for feeder. Um, but he didn't have any neighbors for miles, so that's my ultimate dream and my husband's nightmare. Um, I would love to be able to have a farm or just some land where I don't have people right on top of me. But that's life in the neighborhood, I guess. Everything. But I hope you've been doing well. I hope you got lots of stitching done. I don't feel like I got a lot done. Here in Kentucky last Friday, we had some really, really, really bad storms. Western Kentucky did have, like, I think they had like 4 tornadoes, 3 or 4 tornadoes. We just got wind and we were expecting that wind, so all the schools were out last Friday. I think like 90% of the state or something like that closed school just because of these storms coming in. And of course, everybody was like, "What? You're letting them out for wind, a tornado, and all that stuff." And it was supposed to come in around like 2 o'clock, and I've never honestly ever heard them letting kids out because of these storms, but they were predicting like 70 to 80 mile an hour winds, and when it came in, it did come in. It was supposed to come in around 2 o'clock or so, but it actually came in closer to like 4 to 5, and it literally was for like from like that time until like in the middle of the night was blowing. And I would say probably at 8, 9 o'clock, we still had those strong, strong winds. We were really lucky. We did not lose power. I think in Louisville, they said around 400,000 people lost power. So we were really fortunate. The back half of our neighborhood, like just like 3 houses down and then all the way around there, they did lose power. They didn't get power back till Tuesday. So they were out from like Friday to Tuesday. We would, of course, had to leave because my daughter's on a ventilator. She requires electricity. Her battery in her vent lasts 3 hours, and then it has a 3 hour internal battery, so total of 6 hours. That's all that lasts. So we would have had to go somewhere. And at night, she has a humidifier machine that helps put warm air into her trach in her vent. So we would have definitely had to go somewhere. But luckily, like I said, we didn't lose power. We did have some like siding damage at the top of our roof, or from the roof like down. I think it was maybe about 4 or 5 rows like got ripped off. Basically, the bottom one ripped off and then went up. But that's been fixed, so that was done really quickly. Like so, we did well. And then Monday, all the kids were out of school again because of power. I think there were still like 30, 40 schools that did not have power at that time. And then, so they went ahead and canceled school last Monday. And my middle one, she was supposed to have her first field trip like since COVID. So since she's in 4th grade, and she hasn't had a field trip since 1st grade. So they were supposed to go, and she was so disappointed. But luckily they were able to reschedule it, so they're going Monday again, like tomorrow Monday. So she's really excited. So I told them since they were out of school, they could pick to do something fun, like maybe go to the zoo, the park, or go to my mom and dad. So she chose to go to my mom and dad. So we went out there and just hung out with them all day and had fun. And the kids played in the backyard, and it's really cool to like see them play in the backyard that I played in with my brother. Showing them all the places. Well, we used to have this and dig in the dirt pile, but don't dig there because Nini will have a cow. That kind of thing. So they had a fun day with Nini and Pawpaw, um, just playing and having fun and everything like that. Um, Again, we're doing well, so I hope you're doing well, and hope daylight savings time is kind to you, and I hope it's kind to me, because you have people on the schedule and change it up, and it just gets all confusing. And then we have Southern Indiana. They have parts of the state that does not change. So you'll have to figure out who's on slow time and who's on fast time. It just gets all confusing. Sorry, my throat's getting dry. It's talking too much. But now, sorry, I've been talking a little bit too much. I'll go ahead and show you some of my finishes I do have done. I don't have anything fully finished. But I do have a couple that I have finished that need to fully finish. Also, I want to talk to you about my plans for March. I'm going to do something a little different. I know a lot of people are doing the Sweet 16 from the Still City Still City Stitchers, but I didn't do that one. So I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to talk to you about that too. But I'll go ahead and show you my first finishes. This one is Hello Spring. It's from Lizzie Kate. And sorry they're not ironed. I just, life, it's crazy. But this is a freebie on Lizzie Kate's website. And it's called Hello Spring. And I have it on 14 count Ada. I did not do the call for colors. I kind of did my own thing. And purple's my favorite color. So I did do the outside ring in purple. That one. Then this one I wrote it. Let me look at my notes so I don't get the name wrong. This one is Spring ABC Sampler, and this is by Lizzie Kate. And I did not do the call for colors again. It was more like I think pinks, and I did purple. I did like a variegation, so the light into dark. And this one is on 14 count Ada. It's that pink that I got from, if you were here before, when I showed a Facebook market place that I got. So again, this is the Spring ABC Sampler by Lizzie Kate. The next one, um, I'm so sorry. My throat's getting all dry from talking. I've been doing really well with the allergies, and when that storm came in, it just blew everything around. So, of course, all the trees now are blooming. It's early March, and like the daffodils are already dying, and normally they don't even bloom so close to my birthday in April. And the trees are all budding out. So everybody's allergies crazy. This one is called Heart and Hands. It is the March. And he is done on 14 count Ada. I did not do the call for colors again. Just kind of picked from my stash. So everything, was working for my stash on this one. But I think he turned out pretty cute. But then those are my 3 finishes that I need to fully finish. I haven't done. I'm sorry. I'm gonna show you some new starts that I did. Let's see. Okay, so this one is Bloom Where You're a Planet by Stitching with the Housewives. I saw this one, I just loved it. I had to get it. It is one of their roundabouts, and it's just called Blue. And it came with a freebie. It's called Tulip for the Tulip Farmers, I think. I don't want to open it up because, of course, I can't show you because they don't have a picture. So I plan to work on that one later this week and get that one done. I'm so sorry. Another drink. Now this one, I'm not loving how it turned out. I picked colors from my stash, and they don't look that bright. But I chose pink fabric, and like the yellow looks like highlighter yellow, and here, I don't know if you can see it. It's not, sorry, the light's bright. It's not really like a super bright yellow, but on this, it looks like a highlighter. And like I said, I'm not loving it. I'm debating if I want to rip the yellow out and maybe the pink too and pick a darker pink. I did this one on the pink 14 count Ada that I got, and I'm almost done with it. I just need to finish the elm and then put the plants or the grass or whatever stems on the flowers and then on all these up here. So I'm almost done with it. But like I said, I'm just not loving how it's turning out. So might redo that. And then I had that one in my project binder that I got from Creative Carol Designs. And this is her little. Card there. And I got that off Etsy and I love it. It's really cool. I like it. Like it says, it's really nice, thick material. So it's not like flapping, flapping in the wind, I guess you want to say. But it's really nice. So it's got the thing where you put your threads on it and all that stuff. I'm so sorry. And everything coughing up a storm here. I have kind of my pals over here, so I'm like trying to figure out where to put it. And then my light turned out. Okay, the next one is another new start. This one is Hive Rules by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And this is actually a stitch along. I'm going to read this to you so I don't get it wrong. There is a Facebook group called PCS Hive Rules South, and it's ran by Denise. They were at the Primrose Cottage Stitches with Annabelle's retreat, and a table of them decided just to go ahead and do it. So they're all doing it, and what they're going to do is like how it's kind of like sections, like you're here. Once a month, you have to do your section. I want to say I started this March 1st with everybody else, and then I haven't worked on it since. So I need to work on this. And then also there's another style going around that you can do with it if you do this one. It is hashtag all the bees. Oh, and then I forgot the other one is hashtag PC has rules. So that is the style with Denise. And then you can do hashtag all the bees, any bee project you got, and that's with Alicia, the Flamantico Flamingo, and Missy from the Two Needles Pulling Thread podcast. But and so this is Have Rolls, and I'm doing this on 25 count Ada, and I'm using the call for colors. I did when I bought this, it was one of the first patterns I ever bought, and I did get the floss pack that came with it. But I got the fabric from 123 Stitch. So like again, I have not done very much to this is a 25 count Lagana, just white. Like I said, I don't have too much done to it. Just a very little start. But I'm liking how it turned out. Kind of intimidated with such a big project. And like I told you before, I have confidence issues that I'm good enough to do big projects. So I'm going to do it and get it done. So it's such a big piece of fabric because it's a big project. So that one worked on. And my last new start, I do not have a picture to show you. This when you get the primitive stitcher and needlework, I'm gonna get the name wrong, but when you get that magazine, when you get the paper copies mailed to you, you get the digital picture or digital magazines from the previous one. So all the way back from like I think 2015 when this started. And this one, actually, I'm going to ask your opinion on this. So if you wouldn't mind telling me what you think. And this is done on just gray 14 count needle I got from Hobby Lobby. It is called, without showing you the chart, it is Winter Cardinal Etching, and it's done by Heart and Hand Cecillia Turner. So this is what I got done so far. In the original pattern, I think it was white, or I saw somebody do it white, but I did brown because the white trees are birch trees, at least the ones around here, and we don't have a ton of those. So I did brown because I was thinking the brown trees in the winter. But now I'm not really loving the brown. I'm kind of debating if I want to rip it out and do white. So if you see if that popping in there. Sorry. But if what do you think? Do you think the brown looks okay, or should I rip it out and do white? And like I said, this is gray 14 count Ada. And at least I'm just not overly in love with that brown. But then again, maybe once I get it done, it won't be so bad. But at least I'm kind of debating to rip it out and do white. I don't know. What do you think? Okay, and then before I start with talking about my whips that I've been working on, that stuff and everything, I want to talk to you about my March plans. So what my March plans are, actually for, let me back up for a minute. Let's see, I wrote this down so I don't know where I wrote it down. Oh, okay, I found it. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm reading my notes and getting all flabbergasted. I've been watching a Flosstube called Unfinished Stitches with Bonnie and Madison. I really do enjoy that. They're mother and daughter group, I guess you want to say, like partners or whatever. And Flosstube, sorry, there's walking through again. But they get together and they talk about, all their things they make. And one thing I do really like about them, they work on a lot of Ada. And, I'm intimidated by the bigger, higher counts. So, like, seeing them do these beautiful projects on 14, 16, 18 count Ada, I'm like, I can do those. So, I've really enjoyed that. And it's kind of made me get some bigger count fabrics, which I'll show you in a little bit. And I'm going to try to like do some of these bigger projects that I do have, like the Perry Schoolers and stuff like that on these like 16, 18 count fabrics. And, not feel like I'm not good enough, to kind of do it. So, sorry, but one of the things they are doing like a notebook where they write down everything that like all their whips and like what they're doing. So I did that. And as you can see, and then you highlight, at least I did, they highlighted what they had done. So that's like my first page. And then my second. And you can see like a lot of it that's older I haven't done. So I was looking at that and I was like, man, I need to like really work on some of these older projects. And most of them were, not all of them, but most of them were from the 12 by 12 back in January. So I need to like really work on those. So I was thinking, I was like, how can I work on them? I was thinking in March there's 5 Fridays. So if I do like 4, and then in 1 week I need to do 5. So last week I did 5. And I want to do on Friday, but like last Friday was, chaotic with the kids being home. So I just 2, I think 2 on Friday and like 3 on Saturday or whatever. And I want to give them an hour each. So like, in kid world, it might take actually 2 or 3 physical hours to do an hour on the project. So I just take my phone and go to this like stopwatch and time myself. So like last Friday, like I said, I did 5 projects. This Friday, I like yesterday or day before yesterday, I did 4. And also some of these that worked on during the week last week from the previous whip, and then I got one that I'm pretty close to be finished when I did my little over an hour that I did do on it. So I think I'm gonna work on that one this week and try to get that finished. Like I said, the notebooks like been really helpful to kind of keep track of everything. And then also I'll show you I don't remember if they actually did it, but they're, I'm keeping date with like what I worked on. So like yesterday I worked on Christmas Barn, Rabbit and Winter, and Bloomer planted it. So like those are the three I really worked on. But then the day before I worked on all four of my whips that I'm gonna show you from last week. And then also I'm writing my goals at the top, new starts I'm doing, and then I'll do finishes down here. And my goals is I'm trying to do like I said, I'm not working on a lot of my whips. So whips on Fridays, one of my goals, for each, at least for each Friday. I'm going to try to do the Halloween thing that a lot of people do, like the 13th and the 31st, work on Halloween. The 12th and 25th, I'm going to try to work on something Christmas for like an hour each. But excuse me. And then of course, I have one for February, but it's kind of like a shortened because I found, like, I heard about that they were doing, I think, in early, like, I don't know, January, February. I'm not for sure which Flosstube theirs it was, but, I just didn't really know what I was going to do yet. So I finally decided to do it. And I started another notebook, but I didn't like it. So I started on this one. But, so in March, like, kind of like in March, I finally officially started this one. And that's why I'm writing down what I worked on every month. But for, let's see. The week one I worked on, may not be the first, so I've got a pile of them up kind of around the top. This first one, okay, retake this one because I think I accidentally showed you part of the chart on this one and I don't want to show that. So I'll try to back up the video a little bit to get it where it needs to be so you don't see a little bit of the chart. I don't want to get in trouble, for showing you that. So again, this is the first one I worked on last week. This is from the Primitive in Needlework magazine. I'm sorry, you know what the magazine I'm talking about, but I can't remember the name. Mom Brain. That's what I'm gonna blame it on. But anyway, this is Buffalo Plaid Spring from Stitching with the Housewives, and like I said, I did an hour of it. I finished up the a lot of the gray that I needed to in here, and then I did all that. So I need to get on this, or it won't be done for spring. So I plan to work on that some over the next couple weeks. The next one I worked on is Lizzie Kate Winter Wishes. And if you remember before, I'm not loving this project. I don't like the fabric, so I find it difficult to work on. But I forgot to tell with the spring one that is on 14 count Black Ada. This is on 28 count. I don't know what fabric it was. Got from that Facebook Marketplace. And like I said, when you stitch in it, even with the other 28 counts, this like moves around, and I'm just not loving it. But it's turning out really pretty. So with this one, I got I think I did the water and a lot of the snow and the little roads. So I think I worked on this I think like 2 or 3 hours, but it's looking good. So the really only thing I got left to do, I need to do, if you look at the picture, I need to finish the snow and then do the other little trees, and then I'll be late for winter, but we'll be ready for next year. And that was one of my 12 by 12s. And so was the spring sample. The spring sampler is one of my 12 by 12s that I did. The next one I worked on is from that book that I told you about. And if you're new here, this is Creepy Cross Stitch. It's a pattern, a book I got from the library by Lindsay Searing. And it's called The Lover's Grave. It creeped my husband out, but I liked it, so I made it. And I think it's really cute. And I got quite a bit done on this one. When I went to my mom's on Monday, I really worked on this one. So let me take it out of the hoop real quick so you can see it. Lost all tangled now around the hoop. But I'm done now with the trees and the graves, and I think I have a little bit left of the clouds right here, and I might need, I did a cloud up there. There might be a cloud here, I might be wrong. And then I need to do the grass, and then I'll be done. It's looking good. And I think to date this is my biggest project so far, but I'm really liking how it looks. So, I need to turn that throw back in the library. It's not late yet, but I think I got one more time I can check it out. But then I'll have to recheck it out. Or let, turn it in. You get like what? I think like 3 checkouts or something. And I've had that thing since early January, so ridiculous. The next one I worked on is the Fat Quater Shop's temperature cottage one. I was so behind. I didn't work on this for like 2 weeks, so I caught up, and then I haven't done nothing with it. So it's a nice one. It's just like, every day you gotta like take it out and like work on it. And I need to get back on the habit. I was doing really good in the beginning. Yeah, I haven't worked on this since March 4th, so I'm way behind. Sorry, I'm trying to find the picture of what it will look like. Here it is. It'll turn out to be a heart. And we got our first red day up here. It was 83 on March 1st. So the very first day, it was such a nice day. We walked to the bus stop. You didn't need a jacket. And it was just a really nice day. And then now, it was supposed to snow last night. We didn't get, I don't think we got snow, but we did get quite a bit of rain. We were going to go to this like thing at the zoo, but I just refused to walk around the zoo in hats and mittens and all this, especially when last week it was 80. Sorry, it was a tangent. But it's been really warm out here, and now it's getting cold again. Sorry, it was my phone. But I need to finish this in behind. But that was one I did. I caught up. I actually did like I think 3 weeks worth in that hour, so that was really far behind. And then my last one, I've been working on a lot this week, trying to get it done, and I'm getting close. I'm such a slow processor, so I don't need to apologize to you, but you know what I mean. This one is the calendar creates March from Stitching with the Housewives. So my poor one up there still has snowmen from the January one, but we'll get them there eventually. And then I plan to keep this one up until probably June, because that's one of my 12 about, or no, that's one of my older whips. I need to finish that up. My mom was done with that one, but this one is done on 14 count Ada. So I'm pretty close to doing. I just need to finish up the crate, do the green right here and the leaves, and then the house, and then I'll be done. So I've been making pretty good progress on it. I think it turns out really cute. I always like those calendar crates. All their calendar crates are really nice. And then their last sale, I did go ahead and get because of Christmas money and stuff. I went ahead and got like the 4th of July one. I think I bought the December one because I hadn't bought that one. I don't have every month, but. And then the ones working from this, the 4 from this week. I worked on this one's in my Office Links bag. I'm an Office fan. If you're not an Office fan, this is supposed to be Sprinkles, Angela's cat. And the Office ladies, which is Jenna and Angela, they who played Pam and Angela, they have a podcast, and they basically recap the episodes, kind of tell you a little bit behind the scenes, what was going on, that kind of thing. So, and they were having a big sale on their old merch, so like I got it one day. I think I bought it for my birthday last year. This one is Home Sweet Home by Primrose Cottage Stitches. This is the one I'm pretty much done with. When I started on it with the hour, I only had, see, I'm kind of pretty done. I just need to finish the other birdhouse and then the branch and then put one of the birds on top. And I'm not doing the call for colors. I'm doing floss for my stash. And I worked on this, I'm probably close to 2 hours or so. And at least I got all those 2 houses done, so you can do the last one. So hopefully, next time I see you, this one will be done. The next one I worked on was Lizzie Kate, the Spring Sampler. This one I need to put some more time into. I have not done that much. I forgot to tell you, that one is on 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco that I got from the Fat Quater Shop that was pre-done. And this one, the only thing I did was the grass in the corner. Sorry. Pause for just a second. Sorry about that. Thunder thinks that when you're not paying attention, he could be a table cat, but he is not a table cat. So I had to get him down real quick. He's like, you don't see me behind your computer. I'll just jump up here. He's nosy. Wants to see what I'm doing. Nosy, nosy, nosy. And then the next one I am working on is, let me turn my page. Now he's going to end this on. Here, back there. Sorry if you hear him. He's nosy. He's like, you're not paying attention to me? I'm going to cause chaos. This is the Christmas Barn by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And I don't have a lot done on that one. This is on 28 count Monaco that was white that I coffee tea dyed using Priscilla and Chelsea's tutorial on how to do that. And having no experience in any of that, it was really easy. The worst thing I found out too, they'd used instant coffee, so I was like, okay, I can do that. You know, it didn't break down. So my suggestion, which I did this after I dumped all that and because I got coffee grounds everywhere and it was a pain in the butt trying to get that off. So I brewed me a cup of coffee and then put it in there. But I got that done. But I really like the modeling that turned out on it. That turned out pretty. And I bought some fabric. I'm going to show you. And I'm kind of thinking about doing that for this one. So let's see. I need to get some warm days so I can set it out back and let it dry and blow in the wind. I grew up with a clothesline. Can't think of the word. Clothesline. And so I kind of missed having the smell of the fresh air on your clothes. This one doesn't be the different one. I'll show you. This last one, this is Rabbits in Winter. And I'm going to talk to you about this one too. I guess I was getting overwhelmed with the white because I just wasn't enjoying the white. So I started on the border. This is what it looks like. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to say her name because it's Kateryna and the last name, I don't want to mispronounce it. I don't want to be disrespectful to somebody. I don't know if you can see that. Sorry if you can't. I'll put it down below with what her name is. Excuse me. This was in the Just Cross Stitch magazine, February 2023. If you don't get, I did find something out. I'm going to tell you. On my library has what's called the Libby app, and I'm going to get it really quick. I'll show you. And they have even magazine, and the Libby app is from. I'll make sure it doesn't show you anything. I'm not listening to anything else. I finally got the spare from Prince Harry, so I've been listening to that. Yeah, what's my shelf? I'm trying to go. I'm sorry. So this is what kind of like looks like ours is a Louisville library. But when you go in, you just sign in with your library card, and you can get access to like anything and everything they got pretty much. But they have copies of some of the Just Cross Stitch, so it goes back to like 2018 or something. So, and then they have other magazines too that they I found that they have on there. Not a lot, but like they do have some. So if you have a library and your library has Libby app, I would check that out. And especially if you're not getting Just Cross Stitch magazine, you can look at that on there. But here, got on a tangent there. At least the border is kind of tedious. And up here, and I did that, and I was just like, I'm not enjoying this. I haven't wanted to work on it just because of that border. Excuse me, that border, because I started this one back I think in February, and I did it when they. Sorry, there's over there getting this stuff. I did it for the 6x6 in the Stitcher Stash group, and that's all I did. Because honestly, like I said, I did not enjoy that border. So I decided when I did it for my hour, I was like, I'm just gonna. Sorry, he is kidding. We have an aquarium, my husband's turtle aquarium, and he has a bucket of water underneath there for the turtle to dechlorinate or whatever. And the cat thinks it's his to drink, so like he tries to get in the fish tank. And normally we have something in front of it, but somebody's ran off with the thing that we had in front of it to keep the cat out. So now he thinks he needs that water. Of course, he has water over there. I promise you, I'm not watering my cat, but he likes the turtle water. I don't know, it's special, I guess, because he's not supposed to be in it. Yeah, he's looking at me like, "Don't be talking about me. Don't be telling my secrets." Okay, sorry, another tangent. But anyway, so what I did, I just decided to skip it because like I was not enjoying it, and I don't know if I'll go back and finish it. I might just rip it out and just leave it without the border. But I did to the clouds, and I'll tell you, I had so much trouble with these. I have no idea why it was so hard for me, other than like I'm doing. Oh, I forgot to tell you, this is a 28 count fabric. I got from Hobby Lobby, and because I'm used, like I said, I'm used to more Ada. I'm having difficult doing the 2x2 and counting around. So like I had a lot more trouble with the white thunder. Color. Look at me like, don't tell me what to do. Might have to pause this in a minute and go, I'm sorry if he's distracting. Sorry about that. So now hopefully you won't distract as I put something in front of the fish tank. So, but again, like I said, I do not know if I'm going to keep that white border. I think I might just rip it out and then go on with it. And at least I did have difficulty counting the white. I just found it difficult. But I got one of the snowflakes done. So I spent a little over an hour. I spent an hour on it on Friday and then spent some time yesterday. So I plan to work on it this week. And I'm doing this one. I forgot to tell you that too. Katie, the novel stitcher. I talked to you about this before when I was talking to you about my plans. I think showing you the 6x6. She is doing a sale called hashtag Best Bunny Sale. And you can do any bunny project and just follow the hashtag. Go check out her Flosstube. It's really good. And watch that, and she'll tell you all about the style she's doing. You can see her project. She's working on a Liz Matthews project, and it looks really good. I would have liked to done that, but like I said, I have my confidence as she that I'm not good enough to do that kind of thing, but I need to get out of that. Also, let's see, I guess I'll do what I bought my haul, some Stitchy Kindness I got. Thank you so much. And then I'll show you, share 3 floss tubes that I found and talk to you about those. The first, let's see what I do. I'll show you what I bought. So I went to Hobby Lobby. I really haven't bought that much, but and I got some fabric. Oh, and excuse me. I went to Michael's and got this big roll. How big that is. And it's 16 count Ada. I have a few projects that I bought for that are bigger. So I thought this would be perfect. And it'll be nice and big for that. So it's 16 count. Like I said, the unfinished stitchers. I was talking about the higher count fabrics, and I was like, I can do that. So I got that. What was that expensive too? I think it was like $12, and then I had the 20% off coupon. And then at Hobby Lobby, got here on it. Sorry. I just got 2 14 count black Adas. Coming up, not that you want to hear my plans yet, but I need to do, I don't know, I showed you the happy birthday thing from the Stitching with the Housewives. I have 3 more birthdays and I need to do 3 more. I gotta get on that. I won't see them until April for Easter, so I need to get on that. And then I got an 18 count fabric, which I've never worked on 18 count, so I got a white 14 count. And I thought I could dye it if I needed to. And then I got a 16 count. I bought these before I went over to Michael's and got that big old row. It doesn't matter. You can get just white 14 count or 16 count and 18 count fabric. And another thing too, I don't know if you ever watched Chantel's from 141 Design Studio. Sorry, my hair's all messed up. She had a sale in her shop, so I got a few things from that. One of the things, one of the bee patterns from Stitching with the Housewives I want to do, she showed on, sorry, I'm showing on this, and it's like a placker. And I think you paint these because everything comes unfinished, so you gotta paint it. Or you could leave it unfinished if you like that look of it. But you take this and you take these wood pieces and you put the hat, and then this fits on top with your stitching, and it kind of makes like a pocket. And then you can put like flowers or something. And she showed one of the Stitching with the Housewife bees patterns, and I have that one. I just haven't done it yet. I started stitching like the end of summer, fall. So I don't like right now. I don't have any spring. The only springs I got are what I showed you today, and I need to get my booty and gear and get some springs up, or I'm not gonna have anything. But this one I thought was really cute the way she had it done. So I kind of planned to kind of copy what she did. And then also, you know, you can put the magnet on it and change it out and keep it up for different seasons. So I really like that. And like I said, she had a sale in her shop. Watch her Flosstube because she'll tell you when she does things like that. I think everything was like 20% off. I'd done it before when, you know, I paid full price for it. But they're all, you know, they're not overly expensive. I think like that was like $14, $15. These are I think like $5 or $6. This is another one of those sands. The one I had before, which is in there, I will show you. Is a square, and then these are I got two of like the vertical ones. So seriously, what all you do, it's real easy. You just the smell. I love the smell of like cut wood. We used to go to Gatlinburg all the time and I'd get those keychains and all that stuff made from that, and they would do the burn wood. I don't know if they still do. I haven't been in years, but you just put it in here, and then it stands up, and you can put a magnet there and put your project there, and then you can have it for season. And like I said, you can paint these any color you want, or you can leave it unfinished. Sorry for the crinkling. So I got two of those, and then these are ornaments. So it's like, you know, I told you that I want to work on an ornament a month, which I need to start one for this month. But so I got a couple of her things for ornaments, and these are going to be smaller ornaments. I don't think the Stitching with the Housewives are going to fit on here, unless maybe I do some of those on the 18 count or something. Maybe they'll be smaller. But I got two of the just like kind of little tags, and then I got two of the sleds. I saw several people do projects on these last time, and I really liked them. And like I said, I was newer to cross stitch, you know, around Christmas time. And at Christmas time, she did a mystery ornament box, and I'm kicking myself for not getting that. But you know, I was just like, oh no, you know, what all's in here? Because I just recently found everything, and I was like, I don't know. But now I'm kicking myself really for. And then the last thing I'll show you was some Stitchy kindness. So I didn't ask if I could say their names. I don't want to say their names, but the two ladies that sent me something, you know who you are, and thank you so much. When they sent me a message, I was like, "Are you serious? Are you sure you want to send me something?" They said I have the issues thinking of my worth. So, but the first thing, and of course, you know, I told them thank you, and I sent them a thank you card in the mail. Just like I'm so thankful. Thank you so much. The first thing was the frosty forest from the country cottage New York, the whole set of it. And I showed my husband this, and I was just, and of course, you know, he's just like, "Oh, that's nice," you know, but doesn't understand like, you know what it means. So, but I definitely plan to work on this one. I'm gonna once I get kind of my projects going, maybe I'll start on around Christmas from the with the Jolly July, and starting Christmas shopping. But it's got the house all the houses. I could do one of the, I've seen people do those ones, like the really big projects. I'll put that in there later. I want to hold you up. The next one was a Heart and Hands, the Big Hearted Tiny Town. Everybody's been doing that. It was so pretty, and I wanted to do it. So I plan to get that one. The next one is Shannon and Christine Designs, and it's called Loads of Love. So pretty. And this is the Easter one. This one is Shannon Christine's Designs Hunting Season. So pretty. And this other one I got was fabric. So nice. This one is from, because I don't have any fancy fabric. The fanciest fabric I bought was, that from the 1-2-3 Stitch. I got the 25 Lagana, and then I bought the 28 count for that Liz Matthews pattern I want to do, and then the one on the Fat Quater Shop for the temperature side. I don't have any of the fancy, fabric, so I got these, and I was just like, wow. This one's called Silent Night, the Forbidden Fiber Company, and it's a 14 count. Pretty blue. The next one is, let's see if it has it didn't have a sticker. Oh, here it is. It is French Cafe Mocha, Ada fabric, 16 count. So pretty, nice, like gray, or not gray, brown color. If I can use my colors there. And this next one is a purple. It is 14 count. I'm a purple fan. I already know what I think I'm going to do. The bees pattern from Stitching with Housewives for that plaque I showed you, they did it on a green, but I think I'm going to try to do it on purple. And this next one is amazing. It is trees. You see like a good Christmas ornament or something on that? Be really cool. Get that. Found a good project for that one. So thank you so much for the Stitchy kindness. You don't know what that means to me, that people would think of me to send some cute things. So thank you so much. The last thing I'm going to talk to you about before I let you go, is some podcast recommendations. Actually, this first one I just want to tell you about, I heard from Katie, the novel stitcher. It is Rachel at Needle and Flax Flosstube. She, I've never watched her before. She has lots and lots of floss tubes, but she's starting, the First Ladies I guess, episodes or whatever, where she talks about the First Ladies. I'm really into history. Like, one of my favorite shows is, what is the show called? Now I can't think. He's trying to get that box with that from the 141 designs, but Beyond the Unknown and Mysteries of the Museum on the Travel Channel, where they kind of like, instead of just showing you like an object, they tell you the story behind it, like who the person was, what they did, all that kind of stuff. So that's what she's doing with the First Lady. She's like, the first episode was Martha Washington. Talks all about Martha and like how, like, her life, her kids. I didn't know anything about her, honestly, other than she was married to George. But like talked about all the different things she does, and it was really, really interesting. And then also she talks about the needlework, like the kind of like the Virginia samplers. Like, I didn't know anything about it. So it was really interesting to learn and like learn all about it. And she's gonna do, I don't know if she's gonna do an episode per lady or do a couple ladies per episode, or I don't honestly know, but it was really interesting. So definitely highly, highly recommend listening to that if you're into history, because it was really, really interesting. And the next one is a newer Flosstube. It is Nancy, the Stitcher with the Laughing Face. Sorry, get a drink. Don't mean to be rude. I'm trying to recommend somebody, but she was I think a librarian, and she did a lot of kind of the same stuff I do, and then she had even more. So definitely check her out. It was really good to watch her first 2 episodes. I'm so sorry. And then my throat's just all dry and Paula's talking. The last one is the Lone Star Stitches. They actually gave me a shout out. I had not seen them before. So after they did that, I watched it. I really, really enjoyed it. It's Christine, sorry, if I got that wrong, and Michelle. They just kind of did, some stitching with houseway patterns, some other kind of patterns, and it was really nice to see all their different things that they're working on. They had beautiful finishes. Really nice to like sit and watch and talk to them. It was like, with your couple of your friends and drinking coffee and stuff. So again, those are three I recommend. The Nancy, the Stitcher with the laughing face, Rachel, the needle and flax floss tube, and the Lone Star Stitches. So check out all three of those. Sorry, I'm gonna take one more drink. Don't want to be rude, but I don't want to cough on you either. So again, I hope that you have a wonderful couple weeks. I'll see you in a few, hopefully 2 weeks. I hope daylight savings time is kind to you, and I hope it's kind to me, because it's the new 8:30 and the kids are still asleep. So we'll see what time. I'll have to go up there and get them up soon, because they got school tomorrow. They don't want to stay asleep too late. So, but I hope you're doing well, and I hope that get lots of stitching done here. Like again, well, sorry to repeat myself. But so I'll see you in about 2 weeks. So thank you. Bye. One thing I forgot to talk to you about is my February stats. For the monthly, I had 10 new starts. I finished 9 projects. 8 of those were the new starts, and I had 22 whips left. So I just want to add that in there. And again, I'll see you in about 2 weeks. I hope you're doing well. Bye.